Hello and welcome to Lakeside in sunny Queensland for the 6th round of the 1995 Australian Super Touring Championship. We're getting to a crunch point in the championship, and over the last 2 rounds Paul Morris has managed to eke out a slender title lead of 14 points over teammate Jeff Brabham thanks to 3 wins in the past 4 races, including a double at Malala last time out. Brad Jones and Greg Murphy in the Audis are still 3rd and 4th, back then to the front wheel drive machines of Stephen Richards and Jeff Allen rounding out the top 6. A fresh face on the grid for this round, Jeff Full joins the Phoenix Peugeot team in car number 95 alongside Mark Adderton, and both of these Peugeots are now sporting the latest 1995 spec wing kits. Another change for this round, Graham Moore has repainted his Opel Vectra into the factory colours of 1995 of yellow and white, matching for instance the Vauxhall Cavaliers in the British Touring Car Championship. Let's though go and have a look at how we line up for race number 1, and Paul Morris yet again has put the car on pole position, his Diet Coke BMW just ahead of Stephen Richards in the Valvoline Alpha. 3rd place on the grid, Greg Murphy in the Oryx Audi alongside his teammate Brad Jones. Championship contender Jeff Brabham is in 5th place. This is of course home soil for the Diet Coke BMW team. Steve Ellery in the Privateer Shellgrave BMW joining him on row 3. Row 4 on the inside, the newly winged Peugeot 405 of Mark Adderton alongside Graham Moore in the newly liveried Opel Vectra. From 9, new boy Jeff Full into the top 10 straight away, and he's alongside Tony Scott in the Volvo 850 Estate. From 11, Jeff Allen in the Ford Mondeo, and he's alongside us, Ross Dugman, in our Hyundai Lantra, still getting to grips with the Lakeside circuit. From 13, Paul Pickett. He's also got some aerodynamics on his BMW this weekend. He's joined by our teammate Steve Hardman. From 15, Bob Holden in the Faber-Castell BMW, Justin Matthews from position 16 in another M3, and off the tail of the field, Paul Nelson in the number 15 BMW M3. Set to go for 27 laps of Lakeside, race number 1. Let's get down to business. A warm, sunny winter's afternoon greets us at Lakeside, round 6 this round Super Touring Championship. And away we go. Bit of a slow start, Jeff Full to our left in the Atlantis Peugeot. We're going to get around the outside, we'll get around Adderton as well. Going to get up the inside of the Volvo, into the carousel for the first time. Tony Scott, barge. Fenders with him, but we're ahead. Right up on the tail of Jeff Brabham in the Diet Coke BMW. This is their home round. Around the back of the circuit. Down to Hungry Corner for the first time. Up on the curb. Over the loop for the first time. Brabham went right. Give him a little nudge. Get up the inside through the final corner onto the front straight. So we're ahead of Jeff Brabham in the Diet Coke BMW. He's had a very poor start and a poor first lap. So we come down to the kink. Lap 2, 26 to go. Very easy to misjudge you breaking through there. One of the Audis is ahead of us. Brabham starting to crawl over our tail. Around the back of the circuit. Hungry Corner for the second time. Out of the loop. The Audi's having a battle with Graham Moore in the Vectra. Completion of lap 2. As usual, no power from the Hyundai on the front straight. Through the kink. Through the carousel. The leaders aren't getting away too far. Of course, we were very uncompetitive here last year in the Peugeot. Better here today in the Hyundai. had a look. Round end of lap number 3. The dice going on ahead of us. Back to third gear, hook into the carousel, double apex out wide. On to the roller coaster ride around the back of the circuit, the bike track just to the left. Six gears. Approach to Hungry Corner. Oh, we missed the apex. Brabham behind us. As I said, it's the home track for the Diet Coke BMW team. Across the strike into lap 4. Ellery and Graham Moore are having a dice ahead of us. Which Audi it is, can't quite see yet. Down the Hungry Corner again. Oh, and it's all gone wrong. Oh, that's so disappointing. I was on the ragged edge to keep with the leaders, but we were doing so, I won't say easily, but quite well we could stay with them. Of course, we were keeping Brabham at bay. Possibly the best the Hyundai had worked all year. Behind Paul Pickett now in the Penrith Mufflers BMW. Cut back the kink. Sorry, the top of the loop. Speed through final corner onto the straight. There's just a lot of work to do. Make time. That's the main thing. Can still see them ahead of us. Of course, this version of Lakeside is based on the 2010 version, which had been resurfaced and widened compared to the heyday of Lakeside as we wide through turn 2 rather. Depends if you count the kink as turn 1. Lakeside was a bit narrower. 90s particularly, obviously, because we're doing the 95 Australian Super Touring Championship. It was resurfaced in the 2000s when, of course, Lakeside closed in 2001. It was rescued a few years later as mainly just sort of testing and historic racing venue these days. Doesn't host any top-line motorsport. As I said, it got resurfaced and the track widened, which, amongst other things, made the kink on the front straight a bit less of a kink. Hence why the track doesn't have a lot of creature comforts. For instance, not a proper starting gantry for the start of our races and things like that, and it's made this corner sort of easy flat. And the kink used to be much more of a kink. The only other version of GTR2 of Lakeside is one I believe originally made for Grand Prix Legends, which is based on the 60s version of Lakeside, which is sort of too far the other way. Based on that sort of stuff, it's probably better to go with this version of the track. Down the hill, over to the front straight. 10 laps down. Already, it's gone quick. Rounds into the series, of course, this is where attention starts turning to what will happen in future seasons. Not only in the Australian Super Touring Championship, but also some of the other series we do. Of course, of the rest of our 1995 season calendar, we'll definitely be doing the German STW Cup. What is going on up here? They're amongst the lap traffic. Can we get under Jeff Brabham? Holden gets in our way. Paul Nelson in the other M3. Around the outside. So we're back with them. We didn't think that'd happen. Jeff Brabham all over the back of Jeff Allen now. Two of the most international drivers in our field. I didn't think they'd expect to be scrapping over 9th place. Both race winners this year. So we'll win a piece at Simmons Plains, round 3. Hard exterior of Lakeside. It's a bit helpful for when you have an off like that. So back amongst it. We're approaching half distance. 13 laps down to 27. As Patrick Watts said in 1999 on his first visit to Lakeside for the round of the Australian Super Touring Championship, as the BMW off to the left there, Justin Matthews out of the race. But Patrick Watts was obviously told that it was called Hungry Corner because it eats cars if you go off, which is quite funny. And the carousel, one of the greatest tests of a driver in a car, Lakeside. To inside. Really got to hit your apexes, because if you miss an apex, you just sail off wide. You'll never get anywhere near the corner. Through onto the front straight. 15 laps down, 12 to go. Holding Brabham at bay. The completion of the German STW Cup, which we're going to do. We'll again do the World Cup. This year at Paul Ricard. And we will do the 95 Asia Pacific Touring Car Championship, which didn't happen in real life. It was planned to. There weren't enough entries, so basically the series got cancelled. But given we're in a virtual world, we're going to pretend that the championship did happen. The calendar was set. Some cars had committed, so naturally they're going to get a start, and we'll work a little series out. As Brabham gets underneath Allen, and we're going to capitalise around the back. Allen holds it on around the outside. Can we ever go into Hungary? Oh, side by side. Allen holds us off. Coming up to Tony Scott in the Volvo. Oh, he balks Allen. We'll go around the outside. To the inside. The Volvo must be down a lap. And in that melee, we get ahead. Of Jeff Allen, so back up to 7th, which is surprising. Race here showing there's perhaps a bit of life in the Hyundai Elantra. What's the strike? 9 laps to go. Trying to hone in on Jeff Brabham in the Diet Coke BMW. There's a car off to the left. Could even be an Audi. Scheme makes sense. The curb. There's every chance for podiums on here because 4 ahead of us, Graham Moore. One of the Peugeots, one of the Audis. Moore's in 3rd. That is an Audi off to the left there. Back of the circuit. Followed the AI cars around the corner, which slowed us up. The Audi having to go with the Peugeot. Back of Brabham. We're ahead. Ahead of us. Looks like. They go side by side around the final corner. Get ahead of Mark Adderton. Murphy in front of us now in the Oryx Audi. Lap traffic ahead of us. Oh, Murphy sails up the inside of Moore and fires off. We follow him. Adderton gets back ahead. Inside in the last corner. We can. Underneath the BMW. It's all happening there. So we now sit fourth. Graham Moore ahead of us. Oh, put him on the inside. We use Paul Nelson as the pick. And we're into third, we're on the podium. If we can hold on to it. On the curb more. And the newly liveried Vectra. Painted it up like the British Touring Car Championship Vauxhall Cavaliers for this round. Across the line, so 4 to go. And we're sitting in third place. We get our first podium of the season. Bridge. Graham Moore's over us. Straight. Definitely the AI cars are hurt by the lap traffic around here. That's helped us, but we'll take advantage of it. Through the carousel, 3 to go. Under the bridge. No. Oh, can we get him back? Drop this podium. We're back ahead of more. 2 to go. Touch the dirt out of turn 2. Hungry. It's a bit better. Down the hill, 1 lap to go. Bit of Queensland luck. Gear. Out of the carousel, Jeff Brabham's caught up to the tail. Graham Moore, so 3-way fight for the final step on the podium. Don't mess it up. Keep Moore behind us. Done enough. Checkered flags out. The final corner. Down to take the checkered flag when you get third. From out of nowhere we pick up third, our first podium of the season. Wonderful result for everyone in the Steve Hardman Hyundai team. A lot of hard work to get this result. Wow, that is, especially to come back from a spin. Where could we have been without it? Let's cross to the results now of round 6, race 1 from Lakeside. Well, what a race of perseverance. A mid-race off, but we still managed to claw our way back, thanks to a bit of lap traffic and a bit of attrition, to score our first podium of the season, 3rd place, and our first podium finish in the Australian Super Touring Championship across the first 2 years that we've been doing from the start of 1994. At the front of the field though, Paul Morris gets his 3rd win in a row, leading home a BMW 1-2 with Steve Ellery in the Chelgrave BMW, just 2 seconds behind. We were 3rd, just in front of Graham Moore in the Sentinel Motorsport Opel Vectra. Jeff Brabham back in 5th. That's a bit of a dent to his championship aspirations. Well, Mark Adderton gets a good 6th in the Peugeot 405. Stephen Richards dropped back to 7th in the Valvoline Alpha. We'll see in a minute why he dropped back. 8th, Jeff Allen in the Ross Palmer Motorsport Ford Mondeo. Paul Pickett 9th, and rounding out the top 10, his first run for the year, Jeff Full gets a point in the Peugeot 405. Steve Hardman was 11th, just out of the points, while Tony Scott had a poor race, back in 12th in the Volvo. You'll see here now how Stephen Richards started off the front row and ended up in 7th place. He led most of the race. He was leading Brad Jones towards mid-race distance. Jones has a failure coming into the carousel and he cleans up the Valvoline Alfa Romeo. Richards manages to get back going but ends up way down the order. That's where we'll leave race 1. Race 2 coming up very soon here at Lakeside. Just 5 races now to go in the championship. We're getting down to the business end. Thank you for watching and we look forward to your company for race number 2. Bye for now.